statement, have you written the statement? So the moment you place a dipole in an electric field, the electric field will apply a force on it. So it experiences a torque and begins to rotate. Finally, how is your electric dipole is going to get aligned? The electric dipole is going to get aligned in the direction of your electric field. This is what is going to happen. The moment you put your dipole in an electric field, the electric field will apply a force, rotates the dipole so that the dipole gets aligned along the direction of the electric field. Now, suppose if you want to rotate the dipole, say you have placed the dipole at an angle of theta 0. First, initially, you have kept the dipole at an angle of theta 0 with respect to the field. Immediately, it will experience a torque. It experiences a torque. Now, suppose if you want to rotate the dipole to an angle theta 1, against the torque applied by the electric field. Your initial condition is you have kept the dipole in such a way the dipole makes an angle theta 0 with that of the electric field. The first diagram. You have kept a dipole at an angle of theta 0 in an electric field. Then what does the electric field do? The electric field will apply a torque and tends to rotate the dipole. But what you want is that you want to rotate the dipole against the electric field to an angle theta 1, which means you have to apply a counter torque. And that counter torque should be minimum equal to the torque applied by the electric field. Is that clear, boys? You want to rotate the dipole to an angle theta 1 against the torque applied by the electric field, which means you have to apply an external torque in rotating the dipole from an angle of theta 0 to an angle of theta 1. So whatever work you are doing, what will be the work? The external torque into the angular displacement d theta. So you are going to rotate, you are going to apply an external torque against what? Against the torque applied by the electric field. And whatever work you do in rotating against the electric field, that work will be stored as the potential energy in your electric dipole. Is that clear? You need to find what is the expression for that. Start writing. Suppose an external torque. No need for the diagram. Was the diagram is only that studies. This you have copied, right? Yesterday.
Ma'am, we didn't get time.
Ma'am, we didn't do that.
Ma'am, we only
Haven't. If you want to, okay, fine, fine, boys. If you want to copy, copy. Consider an electric.
Is this a diagram for navigation?
This diagram is enough, boys. This diagram is enough. Consider an electric dipole of dipole moment, small p, p vector, which is equal to q into 2a vector. And keep this in mind, always that dipole moment will act from the negative charge q to the positive charge q. Placed at an angle theta. So what is theta? Theta is the angle between the direction of the electric field E vector and P vector. So now the dipole experiences a torque tau, which is equal to P vector cross E vector. Tau is a vector, torque is a vector. So tau vector is equal to P vector cross E vector. So this torque, what does this torque do? This torque will tend to rotate the dipole in the direction of the electric field. This torque will, yes, this you have to write. An important 3-mark question. Completed was. And tends to rotate the dipole in the direction of the electric field. Shall I go for the next one? Suppose an external torque is applied just to neutralize this torque and then to rotate the dipole from which angle? From an initial angle theta 0 to a final angle theta 1 without any acceleration, which means you are applying an external torque against the torque applied by the electric field. Is that clear, boys? You are applying an external torque. What should this torque do? First, this torque should neutralize the torque tau exerted by the electric field and then to rotate the dipole from theta 0 to theta 1 without any acceleration. Yes, boys?
What is after suppose an external torque?
One second. So now what is the amount of work done? W becomes equal to S torque into angular displacement, boys. Work done is force into displacement. Here it is torque. That will be work done will be equal to the external torque applied into what? Into angular displacement. Okay. Angular displacement W will be equal to, right? You are rotating from an angle, initial angle theta 0 to a final angle theta 1 tau d theta. This is the external torque should be minimum at least. This is tau external. Tau external is equal to, at least it should be equal or greater than tau. So W becomes equal to.
Ma'am?
Yes.
What is after suppose an external torque in the first line?
No, in the first case, tau is the torque applied by the electric field.
That's tau external.
Tau external is that you're going to rotate the dipole against the electric field. So which means you have to put a counter torque. Tau external is the counter torque. Otherwise, what will happen? Your electric field will pull the dipole and aligns it along the direction of the electric field. So you're applying a torque against the torque applied by the electric field. That is your external torque. See, when you want to lift a body which is lying on the ground, you have to apply a minimum force equal to the weight of the body, because weight of the body is a force which is acting due to gravity in the downward direction. Yes or no, boys? If the body is weighing 7 Newton, right, the force acting on the body is 7 Newton, then if you want to lift the body, minimum force should be at least 7. Yes. Tau external is what happens? What is PE sine theta d theta? Okay. Now look at this. You are placing the dipole in a uniform electric field. So field is uniform, it's not varying. So if the field is not varying, can I take it outside the integral sign? Right? Okay. And the dipole is intact. The dipole is intact means what? The magnitude of the dipole is going to change. The charge is going to change. Now the distance. So the dipole moment is also a constant because the dipole is placed in the electric field, right? So that the magnitude of the charge is not going to change. The distance between them is not going to change. So can I put this way? Theta 0, theta 1, PE comes outside, sine theta, d theta. Is that fine? This is the work done. Is that clear, boys? Is this fine?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't need to draw this.
Only equipotential surface slightly vague. Once we come to capacitive, then it will be fine.
Ma'am, we don't need to draw these diagrams, right?
No, nothing. That this diagram is only for your information. Can I go for the next slide? Or should I erase this?
Ma'am, 2 minutes. Can we write this?
Yeah, you can. Shall I go for the next one?
Ma'am,
Yes.
why are we taking integration?
Why are we?
We're taking
Because
integration for the work.
okay, why is can someone answer me why I have taken integration? Why is that I'm going for integration? Yes, boys, now look at this. Your dipole was initially at an angle of theta 1. Please understand. The dipole was initially placed at an angle of theta 1 with respect to the electric field. Clear? And you are going to rotate the dipole, say to theta 0. Say you are going to rotate the dipole to an angle of theta 1. Yes, so we are going to rotate this dipole to an angle of theta 1. Now, one statement, one phrase was there. When you're rotating it, you're rotating in such a way the dipole is not getting angular acceleration. Can you check the statement? You're applying a counter torque so that the angle changes from theta 0 to theta 1 without any angular acceleration, which means as the angle changes from theta 0 to theta 1, force or the torque should remain a constant. Is that clear, boys? So that can happen, see, when the dipole is rotated through a very small angle d theta, we consider the force or the torque to be a constant, almost, or the force which is applied. The force applied is said to be a constant. You are just assuming when the dipole is rotated at a slower rate through an angle of d theta, the force remains a constant. So when it is moving from theta 0 to theta 1, there might be so many d thetas. See, if it is going from, boys, if it is theta 0 was 40 degrees, okay, then theta 1 is 60 degrees. So I can take d theta as 10 degrees, suppose. So 40 to 50, d theta is 10, suppose 10 or 5, whatever it is. So here the torque remains a constant. Then 50 to 60, again d theta is 10 degrees. Tau is a constant. So that for each d theta of 10 degrees, your torque remains a constant. So that your dipole will not get any acceleration. That is the reason. Then you have to add all these torques. This is d tau. This will be d tau. So I have to add all the d taus. That is why we integrate. Is that clear, boys? We integrate. We go for integration only for one reason. As the dipole is rotated against the electric field, right? As a dipole is rotated against the electric field, the dipole is not undergoing any acceleration. You have to go very slowly. You have to rotate to an angle d theta till it reaches theta 1. Now you find, boys, what is work done? W is equal to P This was the last expression we had. What is it? Sine theta. Okay. What is the identity for sine theta d theta, boys? What is the identity? Minus cos theta. Is it minus cos theta? Fine. Now we'll go for this. So W becomes equal to minus PE because sine theta gets evaluated as minus cos theta. Let me put this as cos theta. Is that clear? So between the limits theta 0 to theta 1. Now theta will take the upper limit first, theta 1, and the lower limit next. So I can write W is equal to minus PE, right, cos theta 1 minus cos theta 0, correct? I'll take this negative sign inside the bracket. So W becomes equal to PE cos theta 0 minus cos theta 1. Is that clear, boys? So this is the work you are doing in rotating the dipole from an angle of theta 0 to an angle of theta 1 against what? Against electric field. Are you clear, boys? This is the work you do in rotating from an initial angle of theta 0 to theta 1 against what? Against the electric field. Is that clear? Next, we'll give some values for theta 0.
So should we write this is stored as potential energy?
I'll go for one more special case, and then we'll write.
Okay, ma'am.
Shall I go for the next one? Next slide, boys.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you should write. Boys, you need to copy down. This is the steps of derivation. And this final formula is important. Can I go for the next one? Okay. Now look at this. The work done in rotating the dipole, that is, if theta 0 would have been having an angle of 90 degrees. Theta 1, the final angle is theta. Then how will you go for this? Should I derive this, or is it clear looking at the diagram, boys? It's clear? Boys, where I have to apply is that this was the formula you have just now you have got this formula. Now theta 0 becomes what? Your theta 0 has a value of pi by 2. So theta 0, I'm putting it as pi by 2. Then theta 1 becomes equal to theta. So what is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. So W becomes minus PE cos theta. Special case. Because if you are finding it difficult, I'll erase what is being written. Shall I redo this? 12B? 12B?
No, ma'am. That won't be it.
Ma'am, why is zero potential energy at theta equals to pi by 2?
From the position of zero potential. Leave that statement, leave that phrase once again. We'll see why it is zero later. Just right now, no need. But should I erase everything and do by?
Ma'am, not everything, ma'am. Like the P cos theta, cos theta
I
0.
think so. Okay, wait. Just I'll just erase. So this is what we have got, right? So now your value theta 1 was theta 0 is 90 degrees and theta 1 is theta itself. Now I have to substitute in both cases. So W becomes equal to PE cos 90 minus cos theta. Just I'm substituting this value. So cos 90 is 0. So W becomes equal to PE into minus cos theta. Or I can write W is equal to minus PE cos theta. This work done will be stored as the potential energy in the dipole. This work done is stored as potential energy in the electric dipole. Fine. Then there are two things, two special cases, what we call it as stable equilibrium, when your dipole is said to be in stable equilibrium, when your dipole is said to be in unstable equilibrium. Right, boys? With the diagram, you need 5 more minutes, still 10 minutes. This work done is stored as potential energy in the electric dipole.
Ma'am, we have to not write that from a position of 0, we have to cut 0.
No, this either you can write it over here or when you completed the previous one also you can write. It's not a problem. Now we'll go for the two special cases, boys. Shall we go for the two special cases?
Ma'am, this
I'll
one,
bring up
this one is a special case, right?
Yeah, this is a special case. Then still more. There are two states of equilibrium, stable and unstable. Even that is a very
One is at
important
180, one is at
question.
0, right?
Sure.
Ma'am, one is at 0.
I'll just go for it. Next slide. Right, boys. For stable equilibrium, you know what is stable equilibrium? Suppose, boys, have you studied about electrons in an excited level and ground state? Like, you have learned in chemistry. So almost all electrons they try to be in the ground state where they have the minimum energy. Even if they are in the excited state, they'll be in the excited state for only a few amount of time. Then immediately they'll jump to the ground level. They want to be in a stable state. Same way, your electric dipole, when you place in an electric field, it always tries to be in the stable state, that is stable equilibrium. What is the condition for the stable equilibrium? The angle between P vector and E vector is 0 degrees, which means your dipole will be aligned along the direction of the electric field. Right, boys? Special cases. For stable equilibrium, diagram is important. For stable equilibrium, the angle between P and E is 0. So what is the potential energy, boys? The potential energy stored in a dipole is minus PE cos theta. So theta is 0 means cos 0 is 1. Cos 0 is 1. So and this energy will be minimum. This will be a minimum energy. When the potential energy is minimum, the potential energy is minimum when your dipole is along the direction of the electric field, which means you are not at all applying a torque. The dipole is along this. So the minimum energy is minus P into E. So unstable equilibrium, where your potential energy will be maximum. The angle between P vector and E vector is 180 degrees because look at them, both are anti-parallel. The direction of E is positive x-axis, direction of P is negative x-axis. So the angle between them is 180. Cos 180 is -1. So then what happens? U maximum will be P into E. So your potential energy can have a maximum value, it can have minimum value. In stable equilibrium, it has a minimum value. Unstable equilibrium, it can have a maximum value. One numerical, I'll give you a numerical and then I'll finish. Draw this. Okay, you completed this. You can complete. Only 5 minutes left. 3 minutes. I'll just give this as a homework. Will you do this, boys? Okay, right.
Should we draw these diagrams?
Yes, you have to draw the diagram.
Okay.
Shall I put this in the chat box so that I'll just write the numerical? Abhishek, whom are you looking at and smiling? Put this in the chat box, Abhishek.
Ma'am, it's in the chat.
It's in the chat. Okay, so those who have completed just can go for the next slide. Anyway, I have right. Calculate the amount of work done in rotating a dipole of dipole moment 3 into 10 to the power of -8 coulomb meter from its stable equilibrium to unstable equilibrium, which means stable equilibrium, what is the angle theta? 0 degrees, right? Theta 0 becomes 0, then it goes to unstable equilibrium. Unstable equilibrium, what is the angle? 180 degrees. So theta 1 becomes 180. Copy down the diagram. Sorry, question was. So you're displacing it from equation. Always try to come back to is.
Ma'am, you have to find the work done in unstable equilibrium, right? Because it's in stable position also.
No, you have to find what is the work you do in rotating the dipole from stable equilibrium position to unstable equilibrium position, which means in stable equilibrium position, the angle theta, initial angle theta 0 is 0. Unstable equilibrium, the final angle theta 1 is 180 degrees. See what is the amount of work you do in rotating the dipole from stable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium means the dipole was along the direction of the electric field. Now you are rotating it to an angle of 180 degrees. So initial angle theta 0 is 0. Final angle theta 1 is 180 degrees because theta 0 corresponds to stable equilibrium. In stable equilibrium, the angle is between P vector and E vector, that is theta. This angle theta 0 corresponds to stable equilibrium. This theta 1 corresponds to unstable equilibrium. The angle corresponding to unstable. So just it's a direct mere substitution was an important numerical. Copy down. Do it as your homework. Those who have completed can. Just Steve, just put it in the chat box, Steve.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, boss. Thank you. You can leave.